shoes, baby.
That's the farthest I'm going. Midget. That's it.
I want one.
Why do you prefer a man that gets no bitches? You think that's what it is?
Because if a dude can't get bitches, bro, you gotta be retarded, deaf, dumb, ugly, fat. There's something wrong with you, bro. Like
This gets in a car accident. Coma for 2 months.
2 months, that's it.
Brain is scrambled. Wakes up, he's this. She's like, hey, honey, I'm glad you're woke. Glad your eyes are open. Let me put this pen in your hand so you can sign this divorce paper. Nope. There we go. There we go. Yay.
Hey, it's the new Windows 11, dude. Sorry, guys.
We're good, man. No, we were not on the 2G network, all right?
Yeah.
Tell them what was going on, Larry.
So I updated to Windows 11 recently. I was extremely didn't want to do it, but I ended up doing it, and
Made
so a
you
lot
do
of
it?
things are glitching out. So.
Made you do it?
Yeah, they made me do it.
What's going on, Patty? How you doing? What's going on, Samantha? Let me go ahead and reintroduce the show. How y'all doing, man? It's the BS show. We are on episode, what's the episode? 226. Y'all see what it is. Titled Talk of the Town. We definitely got to talk about this. And we're going to talk about it differently than what I'm seeing everybody else been talking about when it comes to the Talk of the Town. Unfortunately, Sixx is not going to be with us tonight. Also, some more piece of bad news. No Pinta calls with Mr. Blacc.
That sucks, dude.
So what happened is they have a new system for him to call and for us to call and all this other stuff, and it's a whole lot of jumping through hoops. Sixx is going to fix that. So we will have Mr. Blacc back next week. I really wanted to talk to him, especially about what the subject for tonight. Larry, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot, bro. It's a whole lot. But like I said, we do it a little differently. I got to say this, man. Before we even dive into the Talk of the Town, and you guys know what I'm talking about, the whole news about Sir Trigger coming out. Before we even get into that, I got to say this. A lot of y'all can't wait for stuff to come out before you have a supposed voice. I can say this because everybody knows me. Everybody knows how I am, how I've been for years. Now it seems like people can't wait to hop on social media to be a part of something just to do it, Larry, just to just as a talking point, gossip, talk of the town, it's still going on. What's going on, Julie? That's what I've been seeing. No constructive conversation. Just let's just talk and just talk shit and all this other stuff.
It always is.
Well, yes, you're right. Then I see people popping up with impromptu podcast and we gotta do this and all that.
What I thought was funny is you posted and then like 6 other people posted the same shit right after you. Like, and kind of piggyback.
Well, it wasn't that, Larry, because I wasn't gonna talk about it until we did the podcast, because when it comes to stuff like this, a post don't do justice if you're really gonna talk about something.
Right.
A lot of people really ain't talking about shit. A lot of people don't care about victims. They don't care about the actual crime. They don't care about the people it affected. Most people jumped on social media to say, "Oh, I told y'all, y'all didn't believe, da 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 da." And I'm like, is that what y'all got from all of this shit? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it is, I'll send it to you, Larry. Actually, I'll send it to you.
Hey, will you do me a big favor?
What's up?
I think the reason why I'm having camera problems is I forgot to turn that fucking light on.
Oh, shit. It's behind me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Dude, we did everything all fucked up.
That's all right. We good. There we go.
Hey,
That's why.
there.
That's why I was black as
yeah,
fuck.
I was like,
bro.
you're
I
all
was like,
wild.
what?
You're all
I said,
wild.
why the fuck am I so black?
No,
I
you go,
ain't
why
black.
am I so dark?
I'm
I go,
dark as hell,
I go,
bro.
You're fucking black, dude.
Nah, man, I ain't Michael Jordan black, bro. Look, I got a little color in me.
Yeah.
And let me go back to this, because I gotta address some shit before we get to the meat of the matter.
It does look better.
And I'm not just what we gonna talk about tonight. It ain't gonna be no regurgitated shit y'all been seeing online. We really gonna dive into this shit, because not just myself, I got hit up by people who have been molested as children and all this other stuff, who, you know, they don't want to come out. Some people are not, they're not like me. They still can't talk about it. They're traumatized by it and all that. But they and I got to say this, I do feel very privileged for people to trust me, to be able to just hit me up and tell me things that they've been through. I even have someone who has told me the story about what they went through with Sir Trigger when they were a kid. So this ain't going to be the same old, oh, y'all didn't believe, and oh, he's dead. Nah, we gonna really talk about some shit, because I really think this city has a problem. This city has a problem with adults fucking with younger people. This city has a problem. They do, and it's guys that I knew, guys that I know. A lot of fellas ain't saying shit on this because they know damn well they fall into the same category. Because I said it, I was like, with Sir Trigger, it was 13 and below, right?
Jesus.
Sir Trigger's my age, bro.
Oh, dude.
And I'm gonna tell you personally,
Is it like?
But check this out. This don't make it better for the fellas my age fucking with 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds either.
Yeah.
That's happening, and it's been happening. And it's a reason why when we have the 30 and ups, there's a lot of dudes we don't see go there, because they know the women are not going to be under 30. I'm 46.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this up, Larry. Let me send this to you. Because we want to do it the right way. We're going to cover everything. We're going to open the phone lines. You can call. You can disagree. You can agree. We ain't like nothing. We going to let it all. We going to let it all out. Some people might get named. They ain't going to like it. But if I know some truths, I'm going to tell it. That's just what it is. Also, I'm going to talk about how I thought about it when it came out, when the mother came out with the accusations, at the time. It's the reason why I didn't say nothing then either. Also, I'm going to talk about the first time I saw Trig after those allegations was 2023. And then the last time, and that was the first and the last time I saw him. And I asked him flat the fuck out. I didn't pussyfoot around it. Sixx was there. We both was like, bro, what the fuck? What is this? And he swore to God, nah, bro, no. And then when that shit hit, Larry, I was like, damn, bruh. You have daughters, man.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make you feel?
Well, I mean, I've been, I protect, I don't know. I haven't let her be around that situation.
Right.
She's not in, I don't have strange dudes coming over.
But see, that's the thing, bro. Nowadays, you don't know who's what.
I know, but she's not, exactly. But
You
I mean,
don't-
she knows that it's totally wrong. She knows. I mean, especially from my experience with her mom, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like I've even told her, like, fucking the age gap was just too much. I mean, she wasn't no fucking minor.
Go ahead and pull this up.
But
yeah.
still, I mean, I explained to her that's not good.
Right.
And it ain't gonna work out.
Right. This city has a problem. The fucked up part, Larry, when I made that post, there was people that said, oh, this has been going on for, I'm like, okay, so when do we actually do something to stop it? You know what I mean? And it's not just the fellas, it's the ladies too. And if you guys don't know, which I don't know if you've been living under the rock or haven't been on social media.
What is this shit?
I don't know. Close that. There we go. So go ahead and put this up, man. Just because I wanna make sure everybody knows what the fuck we talking about. And like I said, this ain't gonna be the same old stuff people been saying on social media. This ain't gonna be the whole hindsight 2020 shit. None of that.
What's up?
So here it is. This is what we're talking about. Sir Trigger, man. This shit came out. And if you look at the charges, it's a bunch of them, y'all. And it's basically what it is. You can see it. I know everybody's seen it.
That's terrible.
But here's the thing, though. And I can't, I'm not going to say too much about it because I don't want to mess up any type of trial that's coming up, none of that stuff. But I'll tell you this. A lot of people don't know it's not one kid. It's not one. I got that from the DA's office, y'all. Like, it's not one child. It's who everyone knows of, and there's another mother involved. I'm not gonna say her name, and another child involved. It's two kids involved, y'all. And it's not just the act, but also recording it and also distributing what was recorded.
Damn.
Yeah. So now that we know what we're talking about, I want to say, first thing I want to say is this. I'm gonna start with myself. So when the mother first said this was back. We were on the ass end of the pandemic. I sat back and watched. A lot of people took his side. A lot of people took her side. But here's the thing. It's not a side to take. There's not too many crimes where you should be looked at as guilty until proven innocent. And this is one of them. I'm sorry. Life ain't fair. I said it. Life is not fair.
Yeah.
Life is not fair at all. So when someone says that, and it's somebody you know, and you don't believe it, or you don't, not that you don't believe it, you don't want to believe it, don't say shit. That's not the time to take sides. But I'll say this, I understand both sides though, because I'm going to say what nobody's been saying. At that time, those two were going through a big public breakup, right? So when that happens, I've been through a public breakup. People take sides. And then sometimes people say things you don't mean, but you want to get the best of the other person. Mm-hmm. So I understand there's some people who probably didn't believe.
No, you got to believe the child.
Then there's some people who did believe. But all of that don't fucking matter right now. It don't matter. Because I know there were some people's like, well, where's the charges?
Can I say,
yeah.
Where's all this energy?
Yeah.
Like, why isn't it towards like these poor kids?
Two places, but I feel it's displaced. This is why I think I'm glad you brought this up.
These poor kids,
the energy
like
is
they're
being
fucked for the rest of their life as far as relationships.
The energy is being
social.
Displaced because it was such a gotcha moment. Everybody was like, "Oh, him, then," and like you said, the first thing is, if you look at the year, it was from 21. 2020, 2021.
Poor kid.
So these kids are now becoming teenagers, and what are teenagers on? Social media, right?
Right.
Not only the victims, but also he has children as well.
Jeez.
He's got a son. So imagine what he's going through as well from the fucked up actions of his father.
Yep.
So this doesn't affect just this little bit of people that people are just putting the light on. It affects a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
As far as children, right? So that's one place that I feel like the energy was displaced. The second place is the system. The mother said this 4 years ago, damn near 5 years ago. Wow. Nothing came about officially until 3 days ago.
Jesus.
The anger has to be there, but with him and the system. Because you know what that did? That gave him a 4 fucking year window to do this to any other kid that he could.
And just to party and have fun.
I just saw he was in Hawaii, and matter of fact, he was just online. He's out.
Jesus Christ. Really?
ROR. Released on own recognizance. But here's the thing. But here's the thing, though.
I wonder how much his bail was.
But here's the thing. Here's the fucked up part. Our system is so fucked that nothing was put on paperwork until then. But it happened from 2020 to 2021, and ain't no telling what else has happened since then that nobody's came forward with.
Yep.
Think if that's your child, bro, and nothing comes about.
Yeah.
You got to fight through people believing you, not believing you, looking at your character and all this shit. Well, what is your kid doing? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
wow.
I haven't seen too many people just take a step back and like really look at the big picture of all this shit. Not only do we have fellas in this city fucking with little girls, we have other people who know they fuck with little girls and turn a blind eye or think it's okay. Just because
helping the city.
There you go.
And the children.
Yes. Yes.
What are we doing here?
Yes.
Like.
Yes.
God.
City has a problem. When I say the city, I mean I don't mean just the people. I'm talking about the whole thing is fucked up. I got hit up by so many women who are adults now who have a story about old ass dudes fucking them.
Yeah. Well, we've seen it in high school all the time.
Bro.
The old dude picking up the 16, 17-year-old at the fucking school. I mean, and then we'd say something, be like,
how is it
to no avail.
How is it that a parent can go to the police with their child, put their child through that, and nothing happens for 4 fucking years?
That's crazy.
Not a fucking thing. What happened to make it?
And on top of that, he's out.
It's 2 kids, bro. Two children from two different mothers.
Right, and on top of that, he's out and about.
Bro, he's out chilling.
It could strike at any time. They're probably thinking in their head.
So I think a lot of people, and I ain't talking shit about nobody. I'm just saying I know what social media is. You got to move different when it comes to this stuff, though. Only because, and I know there's going to be people like, well, Buck, you've outed pedophiles.
Yep.
You know when I did it, when they were already convicted.
Yep.
And I had no clue. And I knew these dudes were around. And I was like, what the fuck? Go look. Convictions.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, the one dude went to fucking prison 8 years. Put it out there. And then the victim was my friend on Facebook. She was like, that's the dude. So
is that the same chick we had on the...
No, she wasn't here. She wasn't on here. She
Remember
wasn't on here.
One chick that said that the dude was around, or that was a different thing.
No, that was remember, okay, I'm gonna tell you what it was.
I mean,
Remember we did
226 shows, 5 years, dude.
I interviewed her. Remember we were doing the interviews at the El Rey?
Oh yeah.
She was one of the vendors.
Right.
And she was on
and then she came on later and was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because it like you said, it messed her up so much she didn't remember what he looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So it's just a lot of moving parts. So let's start with, I want to start with the not everybody was shocked, Larry. That's what I was. I got an issue with that. I got an issue with why do people talk after something horribly like this comes out? And I understand not everyone has a voice, not everyone's strong. I'm talking about the people who knew, but they weren't a victim. Why keep quiet? I saw so many comments. Oh, yeah, I already knew. Well, if you knew, why didn't you say nothing?
Well, maybe they're just not. Are they friends with him still, or are they just hanging out?
I think it's a couple of same.
Maybe they distance themselves, and I don't know. Like there's many.
But what good do you do by staying silent?
Was it done to them? The people that are staying silent.
No.
Well, I mean,
there's people that's been saying, "Oh, I knew that about him for a while now."
Everybody now.
I'm not talking about victims. I'm talking about.
I guess everybody that nowadays have learned just to fucking mind their own business. I don't know.
No, that's not the case. Because if that's the case, we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
Yeah, it's true.
Also, I want to say this. So I'm gonna send you something, Larry, because I know there's some people out there.
I know of one guy. Okay, so I told you the story before about the dude that I was friends with, and then I found out like 5 years prior, he had been set up in a sex trafficking sting to have sex with a 14-year-old. And when I found out about it, I was like, we're done, dude. I'm never going to talk to you again. Like, that's it. I don't ever want you in this bar.
Yeah.
I don't want you anywhere. If you come near me, I'm going to fucking, dude, I just don't want to see you. You're disgusting. Like,
yeah.
You know, like I told him that straight up, and he was, well, dude, I mean, I got kids, man. You can't be going out there.
Yeah.
But I didn't know before.
I see you guys.
Know what I'm saying?
I see your comments. I'm going to read every last one.
But there were girls that came up and told me about it.
Yeah.
And said, and they were still fucking friends with him. That's what I even
weird,
told them, and I was like, how can you be around somebody like that?
Yeah.
You know what he did. He got arrested for it. He was an ambulance, like he wasn't some scumbag. This guy was a fucking ambulance driver, like, you know, supposed to be the fucking helping the community and shit. He's out there fucking meeting 14-year-olds in hotel rooms. Well, what the fuck?
Well, like I said, I didn't see Trig until 2023. Then the first thing I said, Sixx was there. I was like, hey, man, what the I said, what's up with all this shit? Like, is that you? Did you do this? He swore, ball. You would have thought get this motherfucker an Oscar, bro. Like, he Denzel Washington the fuck out of that. People will shoot you for embarrassing them or their people, so they're nothing to keep from creating an embarrassing moment for the perpetrator. They only talk what they know about until after that's official action.
I see what you're saying.
After there's official action.
Well, he's out now, so.
Yeah, there's still people that's gonna do it. So, and no, okay, look, stop. Okay, there's another thing that I gotta stop, y'all. I gotta stop this. Sir Trigger does not own Trends, y'all. He does not own. He does not own.
No, he doesn't.
Trends Beauty Supply. Stop saying that shit.
No, he doesn't.
That was his part-time job. His real job was at the state fair, y'all. He was at the state fairgrounds. Stop. I don't know who started that shit. I don't know who. He does not own Trends Beauty Supply.
What's his name and his wife own it?
Yeah. And they put out a statement, and I don't understand how they get caught
up. They've owned it for 15 fucking years, dude. They used to do shit with Sixx back at the main event.
Dude worked there 3-4 years. I don't know who started that shit.
That's weird.
But that's what I said. A lot of people are just talking.
Right.
And it has no basis on a lot of things. And you can really hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, I know who owns fucking Trends, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
and Larry's a white guy with no fucking hair with a tattoo in the back of his head. So how the fuck y'all who need bangs and all this other shit don't know who owns Trends Beauty Supply?
And as far as I know, he's pretty good in the community. I mean.
And real shit, Dwayne, now I'm like, I see why was working at the fairgrounds, man. It's all all right, man. My bad. I shouldn't.
Dude.
All right, let me stop, man. I don't want to make no jokes, but
yeah. That's what they do. You know that? That's what they do. They've done interviews with child pedophiles before, and they've said that they look for weak spots in the family.
Yeah.
Like no father.
So
that kind of shit.
So this is what I want to do, because I saw a comment up there that someone said, and I saw it too. There's still people commenting they support him because he's a rapper, and and also ladies. There's a lot of y'all was trying to give him some pussy. So a lot of y'all been trying to give Trig some pussy, and now you see why he don't want it.
So I don't know this guy's repertoire as far as rapping goes. Is he like a major dude?
He's all right. He had a backing.
I know, but are we talking about the normal 41-year-old rapper out there like we see every day posting their videos and shit?
No.
Okay.
No. So here's the thing. This is for the people who still support.
Yeah, they prey on women with children.
So
right.
I'm not gonna tell you guys who sent me this because it's confidential. So don't fucking ask me. If you inbox me or ask me who said it, I'm gonna put your nosy ass on fucking blast. That's something that I'll never do. So Larry, I sent it. I got it all cropped up and I sent it. So I'm gonna preface it. So when all this came out, this person hit me and they said, you know what? I think you're the only person who don't put it up just yet. No. You're the only person that I know I trust with this, and you'll get it out the correct way. And I know you're not just out here. I know you're not just out here gonna talk on it because it's the hot gossip in the city and all this other stuff. I think a lot of people just jumped on this bandwagon and didn't really think about the ramifications of all this shit. So go ahead, put it up. And I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but a lot of you know this woman. That's all I'll say. And this is her own recount of the same man. So she says, I was 13. I was living in a house. It was like living house to house because my mom was a smoker and always has been. I think Ramon, that's Trigger, was 26 at the time. He invited me and another friend over when we were staying up on Eubank with a white boy or the Mexican David. I may have been 12, though. Anyway, he started talking to me at the Phoenix nightclub. And I'm going to talk about these nightclubs with the young kids, too. But I was able to get in because I was staying with one of my friend's moms who was a bartender at the time, and the owner allowed her to let us in. But we couldn't really engage with anybody. we were helping with the door and stuff like that. Anyway, he started talking to me, and me being fast, I enjoyed the conversation. Besides, I didn't have anybody at that time that I felt cared about me. He made me feel like he did. Go to the next one. He made me feel like he did. Go back. Let me finish this. I can read it there. He made me feel like he did, and I would be spending the night at his house. He was also dating another high school girl. I won't drop her name, but she tried to fight me about it. Then eventually me and him started having sex. She's talking about Sir Trigg, y'all. She's 12. And I remember telling him that I didn't feel comfortable anymore and that I wanted to leave. He was supposed to take me home, but he never did. I ended up having to walk from Eubank and Montgomery to San Mateo and Ozuna at 4 in the morning because I just felt like something else was going to happen. My aunt found out, tried to press charges. It gets to him, but I don't know if they really stuck. I don't, obviously. So this is not just some new shit. But I was so mentally torn up about it. I tried to kill myself. I ended up in a mental hospital. It was really bad for that. I didn't allow my kids to go anywhere or anybody to come over. I'm doing better now, but also pray a lot of these parents start paying a lot more attention. Go to the next one. To their kids and showing them a lot more love because you never know who's out there.
Yep.
I know that was a whole lot, and now I have to go pray about it because I feel sticks in my stomach, but I'm glad they caught him. P.S. I didn't keep that up until I kept that up until Siobhan said something about her daughter, but still, you know. Oh, and I didn't know how old he really was until my aunt found out.
Jesus.
So.
That's a predator, dude.
This dude been doing this shit, and he just got caught with these two children. This is something he's been doing for a long ass time. I gotta say this though. I know I gotta address something. I know I made a post about. I said, okay, we're all grown. Who can admit they were talking to older dudes and they were just fast? Y'all gotta understand. That was a joke. I was just joking. I'm a comedian. I don't really feel like that. And for the person who sent me that, you can't say you were just fast because that's a grown-ass man. He knew exactly what he was doing, especially when you're in the position that you were. You didn't have a home. You would, like you say, you was living house to house. He knew that. You were for him ripe for the pickings. And I want anybody who's out there who still wants to say, well, these are just accusations. Let's wait for this to happen.
That's a lot of charges for accusations.
This right here, that right there, this was years ago. He was fucking with a 12-year-old girl when he was 26.
So that was how long ago?
Bro, he's 41.
Jesus.
What's that, 15 years?
Yeah.
She was 12. He was 26. Preyed on that girl.
Yeah, that's a predator, dude.
Bro, this is in his DNA. Been doing it. So,
and it's
that's for anybody out there who wants to say what I see a lot of y'all saying, which is,
no, you know what she said? You know what it is she said at the end there that parents need to be more aware.
Yes.
Of what's going on with. I mean, dude, I'm monitoring my kids' internet access constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly. I'm in her phone. I'm in her computer. She don't know it.
Right.
But if I ever find anything.
Yeah. That's like
everything's gone.
That's like when I had my oldest daughter and the chick that I knew, he is. Julie, he is. We already said it. Did we not say he's going to watch the podcast?
I'm sure.
He's watching. So I remember when my daughter, a chick that I knew, hit my daughter up on fucking Snapchat. My daughter was 14, 15 at the time.
All right.
I went smooth the fuck off. And I don't care if you're trying to be cute or whatever. Ain't no fucking way. Yeah. And you didn't know my daughter? Even if you know my daughter or anybody's kid, you go through the parents first. But this situation is a man who's basically, he was just looking for a situation that was unfortunate for the child.
Well, that's what a lot of predators do. They
observe.
They observe the situations. They see, the main thing they've said is they see if there's a male figure around. That's the main
and the absence
thing.
of one.
The absence of one is like one of the major keys.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I don't think there's stiff enough laws for this shit. I really don't. I think we need to get into executions at some point.
Yeah, definitely not releasing on their own recognizance.
No,
or waiting 4 fucking years. I mean,
and I'm not.
They waited 4 years, bro.
Yeah,
4 years for this. You know how many girls? You can't tell me he ain't. Okay, I stopped in 2020. No, the fuck you didn't. You've been doing this since before the story that she shared. 4
years that he could be out,
bro, just doing the most.
And everybody knew, but nobody like put it out there and said, "Hey, watch out for this guy." I mean, there should be something like that, right?
Well, here's the thing, and I got to say this because I've had conversations with women who don't live here anymore, women who do live here. The thing about Albuquerque, and I don't understand, is once someone reaches a certain social status here, they become untouchable.
Yeah.
He's popular. She's popular. That's the fucked up part about here. I don't think it's people don't want to believe. I think people don't give a fuck. They don't, Ray.
Well,
Cherie, they don't care.
People got a lot of fucking problems. It's a lot of things to take on. I mean, I don't know.
Not when it comes to kids, bro.
Well, no, not when it comes to kids, but
not when it comes to kids.
I mean, you should say something if it's happening personally to you, of course.
Everybody's.
But if you're not even a part of the situation, you don't even know who this guy is. I mean,
here's what I don't.
But the charges are evident. I mean, you can see the charges.
The charges, the personal account.
Yeah, I mean that's it right there, bro.
You're done.
You're done.
You did it. You recorded it. You distributed it.
There's video of it.
Come on, man.
Sick fuck.
So this is the crazy part, Larry. So you mean to tell me, so the charges from 2020, 2021, and it didn't come out until 3 days ago. So within those 4 years, you still had the shit in your fucking phone? Like, that's what I'm saying. It was normal. It was normal.
Oh, it was
normal.
That was
it was normal.
Spank bank material right there is what that was.
Yeah.
Sick fuck.
Yeah. But I gotta say this though. I'm seeing. I noticed something though, Larry.
What do you mean?
A lot of the it dudes in the city ain't saying shit.
No, of course.
You know why? Because all of them fuck with young girls.
They watching,
bro.
They watching.
They fuck with young girls, and here's the problem. Oh yeah, we finna get into the podcast part now. I had a friend. So this is a true fucking story. True fucking story. When I got custody of my daughter, Takaya was.
Let me ask the ladies that are saying all this.
Wait, hold on.
I know, but I just want to know. They said they got hit on by as they were a teenager. I mean, did anybody tell them that this was wrong at any point?
Who?
Like the parents?
Tell
like,
who?
Say, the kid that's getting hit on and be like, hey, look, this is not good. You can't have older people hitting on you. That's not, you know what I mean?
Well, like, Larry, you can't.
That's what I do. I sat her down.
But Larry, you don't look. Every kid ain't your kid.
That's true.
Kids can be rebellious. Kids can wake up one day and be like, fuck my mom, fuck my dad. I'm going to do what I want to do.
I'm waiting for that.
And that has nothing to do with the parenting. That's just a disobedient kid. But at the end of the day, the end of that sentence is that's a kid. Yeah. An adult sees that and sees it as an opening.
Right.
Oh, they don't. Oh, you ain't got nowhere to stay. Like he did.
Yeah,
Who hit me up?
Yeah.
She said she was living house to house at 12. Fuck. Okay, we can talk about the parenting, But let's talk about the person who saw that vulnerable kid and took advantage of it, whipping his dick out and all this other shit.
That's what I'm saying. There has to be more of a punishment so that it's solidified that if you do, just like a murder, like you're gonna, you know what I mean?
Let me just tell my story, bro. And there's a lot of fellas. Look, man, I don't care about having friends or none of that. I stopped caring about that 5-6 years ago.
No, I totally understand that these predators are extremely crafty.
Here's the thing, man. It's too many it dudes in the city doing this shit, bro. When I say the it dudes, if I name the names, y'all know these guys.
Well, do you think that number one,
they was at fucking Relux, that little kid club. They was at the club on 4th Street. That's a reason why these grown men don't go to where the grown women at.
That's true.
Because the grown women ain't going for them. And they don't go for the grown women. They go for the kids, man. I remember, I got stories. Man, fuck that. I got custody of my daughter, Larry. You remember when I got my daughter?
Oh, yeah.
Me and LB were living with each other, right? My daughter had been here maybe a week or two. We had came back from when I did the Comedy Store in L.A. So we had came back from L.A. that night. We got in about 10 or 11. So whenever some shit popped off at like between, because he had drama between these two girls, right? Both of them were pregnant or whatever. And we just thought it was funny because anytime shit popped off, my daughter would run in my room and she'd be like, ooh, Scoop. And I'm like, what? What's going on? And she's like,
it's badass.
She would jump in my bed and be like, Scoop.
That's what me and my kid do. Like, oh, let's check this
Scoop.
out, dude.
And my room was by the front door. And I'll never forget this. This was Mother's Day. So the girl, one was inside the home, one was out at the door. Now, we don't know. We just got there. All I know is one of the chicks said, did you not, I bet you didn't let them know you was fucking with me when I was 16. You know what I did? I was like, we moving.
Yeah.
Within the week, we left. That's when I got that apartment across the street from Siebel.
Yeah.
That girl said, now, was it for me to find out? Was it for me to be like, oh, this bullshit? No. You can't. Look, man, when accusations like that come out, when someone says that, especially in the middle of hurt and pain and all that shit, they mean that shit. Who the fuck am I to say, no, that's my friend? No, fuck that. Me and mine, we going. Because if anybody looking at mine, you ain't even got to touch mine. Look at mine retarded or
I'll fuck you up.
You're dead.
I'll kill you.
You're fucking dead. That girl said, nobody knows you've been fucking with me since I was 16. That was it. That was it, Larry. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. That was it. A lot of fucking people don't understand there's a lot of guys in this city, but I think a lot of people do understand. There's a lot of y'all that do understand and just turn a blind eye. And to me, that's no better than the guys or the girls that's doing this shit. Because ain't nobody protecting the kids. It ain't no hashtag. No. It ain't no post. What is a post going to do? You forget about it until it comes up in the memory next year.
And then on top of that, it could go to real extremes. We just saw those 3 prostitutes on Central. Did you see the video of them?
Yeah. And
did you know that those girls were only 14 and 16?
No.
Yes.
But see, when I saw it, the first thing I thought was sex trafficking.
And that's exactly what it was.
And I was
that
like,
dude ended up getting arrested.
But it was the dude and the one big chick that was the pimps.
Yep.
And I said it. I was like, no, look, man, I'm the biggest jokester. I can make the best jokes with everybody. But some shit.
I didn't find that funny. I
was like, damn, bro, like that's somebody's daughter.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Not willingly. Nobody is willingly walking the streets.
And I wasn't
nowadays, this ain't
like,
back in the old days.
I gotta hit Central. No.
The thing is this, man. There's a lot of y'all. There's a lot of women in their late 20s, right now. who have been in the clubs with the guys who are my age, 45, 46, whatever, 40 plus.
I've seen it.
For 15 fucking years. Yeah. And they've been trying to fuck or have fucked ever since. It's a problem in the city, y'all. It's a problem, and it's a million Sir Triggers out there. He just got caught because two mothers was not having it. Two moms wasn't having it. As far as, here's another thing that I want to talk about. I don't know, because I've been seeing this too. I've been seeing people saying, oh, his friends have been knowing, and that's what they've been doing, and all this.
That's bullshit.
Well, here's the thing. If that's true, why the fuck you ain't said? Why you wait till now?
Yes.
That's a decade of kids being fucked up.
I fucking told everybody about Chris Wright, dude. That fucking ambulance piece of shit. I told everybody about him.
Bro.
That's his name, Chris
A
Wright.
lot of y'all ladies on here who are just probably now hitting 30, not even 30, 26, 27. Y'all know these same old dudes been after y'all since you was in high school. Be real. We know it. We know it. But I just want to say, let's go to the friends part. Everybody's like, they're friends. Your friend, they're his friends.
What do you mean?
Well, because I've seen people saying that's all people who hang with them, that's how they all are.
Let me ask you
so
a question.
If
Let me
you
ask you a
knew
question.
this,
Is his music, because, rap music is for youngsters and shit. I mean, they're for the older people, but, youngsters are more, attracted to it a little bit more, I would guess. Do you think it's from that because youngsters are going to these dudes' shows and that's how he's getting?
Oh yeah, this is, man.
And
that's
another
thing. That's another thing,
and
bro.
then on their side, they feel like they're the shit because these young hot little girls are fucking hitting on them.
Yeah,
you know what
but
I mean?
that's why they don't. That's why a lot of them dudes don't let that go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's their realm.
Yeah,
that's why they still be at the library. They still be at. They was at the Relux. They was at the only two young clubs I knew was. When I first moved here, it was Relux, and then that they used to have one on 4th Street. They used to have a kid night over there.
It was by Dewar's Pub, the fucking bowling alley. It was in the same building. It was in the Dewar's Pub, that bowling alley right there, the Route 66 bowling alley. It was that building right next to it.
Was it?
Yeah, because I used to. Sarah would do karaoke there, and me and Patty would go in there, and they'd be fucking raging.
Yeah.
All these young kids just fucking, MD8 out of their fucking minds. And I know those signs of fucking kids all drinking tons of water and, come on. And this was, I want to say, almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That club was open. But they got shut down.
I just, like,
but there were old dudes there all the fucking time.
I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It ain't easy. Everybody ain't got the voice. Everybody, a lot of people look at it as ruffling feathers and all that. But, I remember, when my daughter was going to, I didn't see it when she was going to Cibola, but I saw it when she transferred to Albuquerque High. I would go pick her up. I'm looking. I was like, "Is that her dad?" She's like, "No, that ain't her dad. That's her boyfriend."
Damn.
I don't even know. I didn't know who they were, but it was just like, "Fuck." What do you do with a child, bro? Like,
I don't see none of that shit at Cali school, dude.
So, Senior, say it. You don't have to shut up. Say it. I think that's the part of the problem, Sin. I think the part of the problem is nobody says anything, and that's why if it's not said, it's acceptable. It is. I can't, and I know some ladies will be like, well, it's a lot of the ladies too. I don't know. If y'all know,
it has a lot to come down to victims don't feel like they're justified. And it's been repetitive through, decades and decades. I mean, I remember like, movies and shit in the 70s. There was all kinds of like raping going on in the 70s in movies and shit.
Yeah.
Especially like police shows and crap and all kinds of, so I don't know, man.
I think
it needs to be taken a lot more serious than it is.
I think it you got to look at it like this. This came to light for a reason if you make it a reason. Or it can just be a gossiping point that you talk about it for like a week and then it goes away and then you wait for the Facebook memories to come up next year. Like,
yeah. Meanwhile, these kids are dealing with this shit.
That's the thing, Sin. That's the truth. It's a reason why these dudes stay going to where the UNM freshmen go, or the little girls who look older that can get into the clubs. They don't go to places where that doesn't happen. They don't go there.
Shit, I quit working at bars at 40 because I was like, nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to see me at a fucking bar with a bunch of 20-year-olds.
And that's why we started doing the 30 and up, because I'm like, come on, man. Like, we can't.
I don't want to be in this.
No.
Like, I'm getting angry just looking at you.
And there's misguided youth who will think that an older guy is everything.
Yeah. Especially if they're throwing out the fake bling and they've got this little click.
You got rims.
Yeah.
Look at Trig, bro. Trig's got the big truck with the rims, and I'm a rapper, and I got my braids. And like I said, it was a lot of grown women trying to give him some pussy. And now you understand why he didn't want to fuck y'all.
Right.
Let's just be real. I just feel like it's a deep-rooted issue here, even though I'm not from here. But I've been here long enough to see it. So I know if that's happening, it's been happening. Right. And there's a lot of ladies who hit me up. A lot of ladies hit me up. I'll let you hear one.
Yeah.
They was naming names. Senior said I was definitely a misguided young soul.
Did you have a father figure in your life? Probably not.
Do this, Larry. Put the phone line up. Can we put the phone line up? I want people to call in.
I gotta connect my shit.
I don't want it just to be about us. I want to hear what people have to say, because I think this subject has been on social media, but people have been talking about it the wrong way. And not, you saw the charges, but I don't think a lot of people knew that it was that came about from two different mothers and two different kids. So.
Are you on the J51?
Am I? Oh, let me get it off. So Larry's going to put up the phone line or whatever if y'all want to give us a call. You agree, disagree? I can talk. I don't care. I think just too much stuff has been, it's just misguided. The energy's been put places where it shouldn't have been. I'll just get off the file together.
No,
the Bluetooth.
The Bluetooth.
There it is. I was on the J5. I'm off now.
Sound
like I said, no, I think we just stopped talking. Nobody's thinking about his son, who's a teenager. How does he feel about, like, damn, bro? Think about, that's not only the jacket that the dad has to wear, that's the jacket his son has to wear about his dad.
Yeah, that sucks.
See what I'm saying? The victims with an S, the ones who didn't file a report or anything like that, file charges, who did file charges and nothing happened. The ones who didn't file. Oh, okay, my bad. So if you guys want to call in, 505-340-5299. Did the sound go out? No, it's on.
No.
It's on. It's back.
We're not showing any sound, Sixx?
Yeah. But so yeah, because
if we don't have any sound, comment.
Yeah, let us know. 505-340-5299. Give us a call if you want to talk about it. Like, I think, and I think people took what I posted the wrong way, because I said if more people talk about these things, people would not only know but just be aware, because it's on. It's good. So they can hear us. I think being aware is the best thing that can happen. Tay, you late. We already named some names. See, and here's a Tay, I got a problem, bro. Here's my problem with this. This ain't the time. Hold on, Larry. Hold on. This is what I got a problem with, Tay. This is what I got a problem. This is some serious shit. This ain't the time to be messy, bro. Like, this ain't the time to, let's do it. I think people are jumping on this subject for a lot of the wrong reasons. If people have named names to me, but that's not my place to name the names that they gave me. That's not my place. If they're not gonna say it, I'm not gonna say it. But I gave mine.
You're yelling at me while I'm trying to fix shit.
No, my bad. I named mine who I knew, where the girl said, "You was fucking with me when I was 16. Stop fucking with him."
Yeah.
I did.
All the lines are open now.
I sure did. Lines are open, man. Give us a call.
I hope this works.
Let me see. Go up so I can read it. 505-340-5299. Y'all give us a call. Just if you agree, if you disagree, it just needs to be talked about. Just because, like when I posted, I said people need to tell their story. I didn't mean it in a messy way. I meant because to be honest, what Vaughn did, she made people aware. You didn't have to believe her or not, but she made you aware by saying it. And the chickens came home to roost. But I do feel there is an energy of messiness where people are not really focusing on the matter at hand. Like, I really do.
The kid.
Yeah. Kids.
Yeah, plural.
It was two, y'all. It was two mothers who it was Vaughn and someone else. I'm not going to name the name, but it was two. It was two victims on paper.
And you know what? If it was said more, maybe more victims would come out and be like,
that's the reason why I tell my story.
Yeah. Because
I know it took me a long time to feel comfortable talking about it, especially being a man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
As a man, you don't.
I told you, dude. I thought you'd be in, like, prison, something. Like just some of the stories you told me. Forget about the molestation. Just the
you know
abuse.
what? I had a woman. I had a love interest tell me this, and I couldn't do shit but respect her thought process. She said, "I really like you," but after I told her about my story, you know what she said? She's like, "I can't have you around my kids," because in her head, if it happened to you, you're gonna do it.
Right.
And I had to respect that. Did it hurt? Yeah, but you got to abide by what a parent says.
Yeah. And,
hopefully she got educated on it, but that's just real talk. Yeah, it's more than the two. That was just the ones that came out. But I think there's a lot of talk going on, but nobody's talking about the real issue. And the issue is this town has a problem with older people fucking with young people. Hey, what's going on?
It's Patty.
Hey.
What's up, Patty?
I thought I'd call, and maybe more people will call in because this is a serious subject.
Yeah, and here's
not a light one.
Here's my thing though, Patty. Like, everybody's more comfortable typing and pressing send, and
you can't. And not in situations like this, you can't be. You've got to be vocal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just wanted to call in because I've experienced on both ends as being the one who was 6 years old with the neighbor dad, and then an experience with my own kid. So it fucking sucks. It does.
So let me ask
as a parent. And having that happen to your child and then calling the police, arguing with the police to, no, I'm not going to go down there. She's scared to death. You come here. And then having to interview with the police officer. She's already scared. They made her apologize to the guy who did it to her. Oh my fucking God. Ugh. Then having to wait years.
Yeah.
First, she had to go do the interview in the little place where they bring out the dolls and they say, where did he touch you? And blah, blah, blah. They're already scared. And then it just got shuffled under some paperwork. You know, it got pushed to the side. And then years later on down the road, a new DA comes in and they're like, oh, why was this not taken care of then?
Yeah.
I can't answer that question, but I'm going to go ahead and go forward with the prosecution of this person. And then the judge wrote it off on a technicality.
Because it took so long.
Holy shit.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So this fucker is still there. He still goes to family events. And my kid doesn't like going to family events for that reason. And this isn't my family. This is somebody else. This is her dad's side of the family. And it sucks. The grandparents put their house up for to pay the lawyer that got him off. Oh my fucking God.
Yeah. But always got somebody in the corner, huh?
Oh yeah. They do. They always have that one. Those people that, oh no, he's not that type of person. No, he is. There were multiple family members who said the same thing, but he still got off on a technicality.
Yeah. What do you think about, so like I said, Patty, another aspect that nobody's really talking about is how fucked up the system is, because this happened in 2020, 2021, and nothing until 3 days ago. That's 4 years.
It's bullshit.
And there's like there's no contact between the victim and the DA. It just pops up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Nothing.
Yeah.
You
just been sitting on it. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
they
I'm
just
sure
sit
that's
in
what happened with the whole the dude.
With this situation.
Just
Yeah.
sitting on it.
Just sitting on it.
It's exactly what happened.
No, hey, we're looking into it. Like, no, everything's going good. But nothing.
How often you call the DA and you're like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
They get bothered by you calling them.
Nothing.
They get bothered by you calling
called.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, I called. Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing happened.
You're the aggravator. Like, I don't
know. Yes, you're the crazy mother who's like, oh.
We got somebody else calling?
Yeah.
All right, Patty, we got somebody else calling.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
Yo.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
Hello? Hey, what's going on? I know this voice. What's up, Nancy?
Hey.
What's up?
So I kind of just wanted to add, we're talking about the system, right?
Yeah.
It's absolutely a broken system. And I come from you from working in that. I used to work at a child sex abuse clinic. I worked there for years. So just like how Patty said, right? You make the complaint. The child has to do.
She just. She cut out.
Oh,
she hung up on us.
Nah, she gonna call back. Call us back, Nancy. You broke out. Call us from your house phone.
She's
Shit.
on that. She's on that Boost.
that Boost 2G network over there. She don't like the 0.5 network. 2G network. Here she go. You back?
The call dropped.
Oh yeah, you call us from your house phone.
Hold on. Let me go. Let me go to the living room where.
There you go. Yeah, you must. Man, where do you stay at? She's calling us from Espanola.
I was just gonna say the same thing, dude.
All right, go ahead. We listening. Go ahead.
No, so it's like I was saying. So you make the initial police report. So that's that part. You're waiting on that. Then same thing. It is. The child has to go to the advocacy center.
Yeah.
Right. So you're literally sitting with the therapist, the cop, and they're recording everything. Right. So you're right. Depending on the child, how old they are, this and that. That's the second step. Now you're waiting to see if the child's, like the accusations are big enough to get a detective. Now you're waiting for a detective to get your case. After the detective gets the case, then they push, which is the exam. Depending on how old the child is.
So you got to go through all that to even get an exam?
Yes, absolutely. It is not a oh, he did this to me, let's press charges. It's not. Unfortunately, it is not like that at all, not even a little bit. Right? So then the child gets interviewed again at from the forensic interview. So then you have the exam. It is very, very, very difficult to prove child sex abuse.
Wow.
So when you bite, I'm gonna explain it to you the way that the doctor used to explain it to me.
Uh-huh.
So for, let's just say, a young girl, you know how you bite the side of your cheek?
Yeah.
And it looks like a little bit of a cut, but by the next day you're fine. A couple of hours you're fine.
Yeah.
That's how a child's vagina is.
Oh my goodness. So,
in a few hours.
So unless it's like quickly after the abuse, it may not even be detected.
Absolutely. And then sometimes they say, like, oh, did they tear? A child can tear themselves, to be honest. If a child is scratching down there, a little, I mean, I'm speaking of it on a girl, right?
Yeah.
There's victims that are boys. Unfortunately, it's not, it's not spoken about enough, but it happens. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So with a child, they can tear themselves.
I wasn't.
So
scratching.
even if they have a little, even if a little tear, it proves nothing. So now what the detective's job is, after the forensic interview, which can probably be, honestly, days, sometimes weeks, apart from the initial interview that they did.
And this isn't even taking in consideration the age of the child, because by then the child is just like, I'm over this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are kids who shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? Now at the sexual exam interview, we have nothing to correlate the first interview, right?
Yeah.
So so now it's up to the detective takes it to the DA, and if the DA is like, there's not enough evidence, there's not proof, we're not picking it up, which is more than likely what happened with Sir Trigger.
Yeah.
They did it. There wasn't enough proof. The DA didn't pick it up. So now when a second victim pops up, guess what? Now the DA has to do it.
So they're forced to. Yeah.
Absolutely. They're forced to. Not because they chose to. It was forced. It was like, no, you know what? There's more than one child. Now we have to do something about it. And that's when it happens, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
So
it's like a number. It's a fucking numbers game.
So how much time has passed to this point?
You're looking from the initial report to where the sexual exam is?
No, to what you're saying right now, to where the second interview.
Yeah.
The second interview depends. So depends the severity of the allegations. It can be hours, which is we call the emergency. We push them in
the extreme situations.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. If not, it can be days, and I'm not even joking, sometimes weeks. I've had teenagers who come in months after their assault happened.
I can see the progression of age as far as them believing. So, like teenagers, they probably they're making sure.
I think it's opposite. I think the younger the kid. What is it, Nancy? What is it?
The younger, so it's harder, right? Because let's just say you have a 3-year-old who speaks, but isn't very and they'll be like, oh no, well, they did this and this to me, this and this. Oh, okay. Well, where did they did it? Where did they do it? Oh, well, they here, and here. Okay. So they take that a little bit more seriously because let's be honest, a little kid doesn't know. Yeah. And that's why I've always stanced on that, right? Kids don't lie about that stuff.
No.
They do not.
Shit, they tell you exactly what you look. You look like shit.
You're in.
Well, to be honest, like, for a kid to say that takes a lot. Speaking from experience, it took me a while because I was embarrassed, bro. It was embarrassing. It was
How old
even
are you?
7, 8, 9, 10.
That's fucked up, dude.
Like, you're embarrassed. Yeah. Like, and then
how Larry said, right? Well, I'm careful, which is perfect. Honestly, we keep our stepdaughter. Listen, everybody, because I already have that mentality of to me, everybody's a creep. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's just me.
No, I
But it's
told
because
I
of the-
told her from day one, men are disgusting fucks.
yeah.
Like, you have to be
But you know
careful.
what, Larry? But you know what? These days, it's also women
It's
on
ladies
girls.
too, bro.
Yeah, but that's more through a certain period of time with this whole emotional
No.
connection.
No,
Fuck no.
it's not.
Like the
It's
teacher,
not.
the whole teacher syndrome.
No.
No.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, I would love to tell you yes, but unfortunately, it's not, and it's being seen a lot more.
Let me ask you something. Let me, and I know you can't tell me because of.
Is it mostly women?
Wait,
Is it
wait,
mostly
hold on,
women
Larry.
on girls or women on boys? Are we talking about? What's
It's when it's so a lot of kid to kid happens, and that's usually like boys with boys, girls with girls mostly. When it's adults, it's a lot more men with girls.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, with the women though, it's women with women.
With the
Or-
women, no, it's with boys.
Oh wow, shit.
Let me.
I'm
all right.
getting into that.
So I gotta ask you a question. I know you can't. I know you can't give me specifics. You've seen some names come across that thing that you know,
1,000%.
that you know, and everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
That nobody
And
that nobody has a fucking clue, right?
Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And you.
I'm talking about popular.
So-
everybody knows.
I know, but did you
No
ever?
person.
I'm talking about popular, Rob. I'm talking about people are flocked to them because they are somebody in this place.
See?
But because there wasn't enough evidence, there was never charges placed. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Hmm.
Bruh. So
Because there was not enough evidence, no charges were placed.
let me ask you, because I want to shift it to what I think is another problem that nobody really addresses is the older guys fucking with the younger girls. Like, you know what I mean? Like these guys
Yeah.
who are fucking
Listen,
with 16, 17.
As a Mexican girl, that is normalized.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
that's
Yeah.
part of your culture.
Absolutely.
That don't make the shit right.
I am
Soul food is
speaking
our
for the
culture, and it kills us every fucking
Well, just
day.
what about the
bro.
Arabs, dude?
Shit.
What about some cultures in Arabs,
Nah,
dude? They're
bro.
fucking
That ain't
9 years old.
that-
They're making
that-
it legal.
Yeah, that ain't cool. That ain't cool.
In Mexican culture, it's very normal for a 17, 16, even 15, I'm going to be very honest, to be dating a 20-some-year-old.
Wow.
But because he has a job, he has
Yeah.
a truck, he can buy you this, he can buy you that. I'm going to be very honest. My dad didn't play that. My dad is very different. My dad is very old school and my mom especially, they didn't do that. So I can't sit here and say, listen, we're going to be honest. I was a little fast one back when I was 17 too. But like you said, now that you sit back and you think about it, and even when I started working at that clinic, I sat back and I really was like, yo, did anybody ever do this to me?
You wasn't mentally
Oh my
developed. Like, you got to understand
Yeah.
the dudes that go after the youngsters are the dudes who don't have the mental capacity to get to older women or the women of the same age.
Yeah.
So they do little shit by being flashy, or you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
tell you what
Listen,
you want to
as a-
hear,
let's
or
be,
the
let's
little,
be honest,
yeah,
as a teenage girl, for an older man to even give
get
you a
their
little bit of attention,
yeah.
that is all you need.
Well, that means
Tell
you're
you
not
a
getting the
couple things,
attention
nothing-
correctly from
No,
good parents.
that's not necessarily, Larry.
Nah, Larry.
I
That's
come from
no.
an extremely I come from an extremely loving home, and I still mess with the 20-some-year-old.
It's different, bruh. It's different.
It was just that
It's
you
different.
get that attention, you get that he's older. Like, girl, my man is 22, 23. Oh, you're dating a sophomore? Yeah, right. You see, like,
But
it's
isn't
like
that like a
bragging
social?
thing.
That's a social status in Mexican culture, right?
Yeah, it's a bragging thing.
Having a
And I
bragging
feel like,
thing, yeah.
yeah, even social media has made it even worse, to be honest.
Man, I remember dudes my age hanging out in the fucking cottages, the shit where the U&M kids, they be going to them parties and all that. Like,
That's weird.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
It's nothing.
I met Callie's
Like I
mom
said,
at
if I
work.
Yeah.
listen, if I could name without any type of repercussion, because obviously, you know, when you
Yeah,
work in
can't
places
say
like
nothing,
that,
dude. You work for
you
the
can't
government.
say stuff.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
sign
I
stuff.
know. When I worked,
Like,
for Medicaid, I
Patty
would see
can't-
shit, and I'd
Patty
be like,
can't say
boy,
shit
yeah,
either.
you can't say nothing.
No, she
Yeah.
can't even tell. She don't even tell me.
Right.
She don't even talk to her
but
job
back
about me.
back to your point, right?
Yeah.
It is popular men out here,
Yeah.
and
That's crazy.
I Barry, right? Barry's very social. He knows a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I know that people have been like, oh, she's rude, oh, she's standoffish.
And it's for a
No,
reason.
I just don't fuck with. I just don't fuck with you because I know what you do.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm serious.
Yeah, stay
And
the
people
fuck away from me.
Yeah, and people always tell me, right? Like they'll even to my face sometimes. They'll be like, "Why are you mad? Why are you pissed?" Because I don't fuck with you. Because I know what you've been accused of, and no.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't be associated with people.
Hold on, but fuck that. We can't just leave it like that. So have I been cool with any of these people?
Absolutely, 1,000%.
Secret squirrel in it, dude.
She can't tell you, but
And-
I just want to know if I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Does he fuck with him right now?
no, not anymore.
Okay, good.
I only fuck with y'all now. Shit. I was gonna flip this table over on
No,
Larry.
Larry, your name has not came across my
No,
desk.
it will never come across your desk.
Did you see me? I was like, wait, what's the name she gonna say? No,
Never.
No, but I'm serious. Like I said, we see these people at the events all the time, and sometimes I just stand off to the side. You go say hi. Okay, cool. Go over there. I don't know you. I don't know you, but I know of you.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't for nothing good. And like I said,
hold on. Stay on the line because I want you to address this.
Okay.
Jazz, hold up.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Jazz says, I feel like you can't compare kids who don't know any better, probably haven't even had a period yet, to these little teenage hottie toddies. I disagree, Jazz.
Yeah.
I disagree.
No, absolutely not.
I disagree. Like, okay, because Jazz, I've made these jokes, yes. But in all seriousness, your brain ain't developed.
No.
At all.
Your body may have developed, but your brain ain't developed. You're getting preyed on. And Jazz, you'll probably say yourself, I was a little hotty toddy myself. Yeah, it's hindsight's 20/20, but you know damn well what the life experiences that you have right now and who you are now is not the same of when you was 15, 16, 17.
Well, that's like you saying a girl met, and this is a situation that happened, right?
Yeah.
A 16-year-old met this quote-unquote 17-year-old on Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
She went to go meet up with him at the park. He had a car. She got in the car. The man, not the 17-year-old.
He lied about his age. Oh, that's another thing I'm going to talk about. Go ahead.
Took her to a hotel, whatever, raped her, and then dropped her back off at the park. So you're telling me because this little girl was talking to which I get it, that's a different story with catfishing, but it's the same thing.
Yeah, because
that little girl didn't know no better.
No,
because it could have still been a 17-year-old who still chose to do that.
Bro, you know how easy.
Doesn't matter his age.
Man, you know how long my daughter thought I was rich. You can lie to these kids. I'm telling you. What are y'all talking?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
My daughter thinks I have shitloads of money, dude.
Takaya didn't realize I wasn't rich until she was a freshman.
Yeah.
I'm like,
listen, you ask my stepdaughter, and we have thousands and thousands and millions. Girl, where?
My daddy's rich. You know what you could tell? Stop, Jazz. I don't agree with that. It's in the.
No.
A victim is a victim is a victim. That's just what it is.
Absolutely. And back to that, right? With kids.
No, that's your point. Is that you can say that
9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Listen, 9 out of 10 is not a stranger.
Oh, 9 times out of 10.
Actually, 9.5 out of 10. It's never a stranger who has done something to a child because they groom. They groom them.
What mine wasn't a stranger at all.
No. And so it's always the family members, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know?
You can, and like like you said, Larry, right? Like the kid, like a parent needs to pay attention. Listen, sometimes it's dads who are with the mom in a loving relationship. The mom never seen it coming
because the mom is so happy that she got somebody to love her. She ain't paying attention to what's really happening in the household. Jesus.
But sometimes kids don't show signs, right? That's the other part.
Yeah.
People are so quick to be, and honestly, before I started working there, I was one of those people that was like, well, why wouldn't you say something?
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
It's difficult.
Well, because the kid's the kid's going through a lot of emotions too.
Yeah.
She's got this, this parent's supposed to be a protector.
Someone's supposed to be the stepdaddy is
right. But even if it's a real father and this shit happens, like this is a protector, this is somebody that the kid looks up to.
I'm gonna say this because Nancy, you're go ahead, Larry. My bad.
Well, no, in some situations too. I mean, the victim is conflicted on what to do, and sometimes I'm not.
You're right.
You're
right.
What I mean?
To that, Larry. Sometimes it depends, right? It goes back to the age thing.
Yeah.
A 3 or 4 year old can't really tell you what is going on. If I don't know, let's just call him Mike. If Mike is sitting there telling him, "Oh, this is a game. This is our secret."
Yep.
What do you think a kid's gonna do? They don't know. They don't know any better, and that's where the age part comes, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It also depends. It can be going on for years, and finally, when they start to watch TV, to talk to people,
and they understand that it's wrong. Yeah,
they understand what they were doing for years was wrong.
Yep. I got before we let you go, Nancy. I gotta ask you a question because you work with this. I'm gonna talk specifically about this Sir Trigger shit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna talk specifically about how it came about. And there's a lot of people who didn't believe her. And
I remember
that. And I want to speak on that because do you see that people try to basically go off not even make excuses. They basically go off the character of the mother or the father who's trying to say this happened to the child instead of actually looking at the facts, because what I feel what happened with Vaughn was this. A lot of people don't know Vaughn. They just know her from, because I don't know her personally. They know her as the stripper girl, the video chick. Yeah. I remember when her and Trig put a video out when she was giving him head, and so a lot of people got that connotation of her, who may be like, oh, she's not a good mother. So, and plus put on top of that they were going through a very public breakup. And you know what happens when people do that. People pick sides. They don't give a fuck. And so did you see that a lot where the mother or the father was being dismissed based on what people thought about them or their character or whatever?
1,000%. Even when, and I hate to say it, but even with detectives, if you're like a low income, like family, I'm not saying that they don't go as hard for you on the case.
That's true.
But they're a little more like, did she do that? Did she really?
Yeah.
Type of situation, right?
And I think,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I think that's just society as a whole.
I think that's exactly what happened in this case. When I remember very vividly.
Yeah,
what was
because
would
it be any differently if she wasn't a stripper? Okay, she released a video, sex tape, whatever. We're all grown. Who hasn't recorded themselves?
Right.
Listen, I've been a victim of revenge porn. It happens, right? You have to get over it type of situation. We're grown.
Yeah.
So for you to sit there and judge her like, oh, she made a video of him sucking his dick. Okay, you probably have a couple videos in your phone of you sucking somebody's dick.
If you do, send them to me so I can make sure there's no kids in it. No, let me check your technique
you see
out.
What I'm saying, though?
Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
Listen,
yeah.
Perfect example. If she was, let's just say, if she was an oncology nurse with peds, do you think all them people would have judged her?
No. Fuck no.
It's because of what she is, and that it's horrible because how are you to, at the end of the day, her daughter's a victim.
Yep.
And how dare you think the validity of her case is because of her mom strips for money because she tried to put money on the fucking table? I get it. There's other ways, but people choose what they want.
Well, and then also this. For the ones who were thinking, oh, they're going through a breakup, she's trying to make them look bad. There's one way to do that, but to not include your child being really put in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
If you have a kid, you need to change your lifestyle. I mean, when I had Callie, the lifestyle I had was done. I had to completely change everything. And we're going to dad mode.
But I'm gonna tell you, not everybody has an opportunity, Larry.
There's no opportunity.
Not everybody has it. That's like when you said you just one day stopped doing drugs. Everybody can't do that.
Well, I was doing it for 10 years. Enough's enough.
But for you,
and
that's what I'm saying. Like you're a different breed, bro.
So you just said, right, Rob, a little bit ago, when you found out. When you heard that thing about the 16-year-old LB, you were out, right?
I was out.
So how do we not know that Vaughn didn't break up when she found out about that?
Do what?
How do we not know that that's the reason she left him?
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't. That's what I'm saying. Nobody even took that.
We don't know.
Nobody knows.
But we're so quick to judge and be like, oh, well, she's just saying that because she's bitter.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I was told personally when the first time I saw Trig in 2023. He told me, he said, "Oh, she made that up because I found out she was messing with some dude and stole money out of his safe and just ran off to Arizona." And I was like, "What?" That was the lie that I was told. Yeah.
No.
And I don't know if you was listening earlier where we had, this person, she gave an account of when she was 12, Trig was 26 and was fucking her. And because she was living house to house and all this stuff. So it's like, ain't nothing else that need to be said. Like, we know who he is and what he is.
Yeah.
And it's okay to say I was wrong.